Well, students, we now go to problems on properties of charges, where we would be considering problems on quantization of charges, where we have used quantization of charges as Q is equal to N into E. To begin with the first problem, I have taken a question from your NCERT textbook, which reads, what is the charge gained by a body if 9.36 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons are added to a body? Well, to find out this one, the solution goes in this way. I'm considering quantization of charge where Q is equal to N into E, where Q represents the total charge on the body, N represents the number of charges, and E represents the magnitude of charge. Right? So from this problem, we know that the number of charges, or what we can say is the charge gained by the body, is 9.36 10 to the power of 18 electrons. So your N is 9.36 10 to the power of 18 electrons. E, as known to us, is 1.6 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So substitute both these values to get your answer. So I get 9.36 10 to the power of 18 into 1.602 10 to the power of minus 19. Which gives you an answer, which is Q is equal to 14.99 10 to the power of minus 1, or you can even write it as 1.499 coulomb. Therefore, you can say the body gains electrons, hence the charge also should be negative. Therefore, I write it as Q is equal to minus 1.499 coulomb. I hope everybody is clear with this part. Moving to the next question, where a polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have a negative charge of 3 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb. Estimate the number of electrons transferred from which body to which body it has been transferred. That is what I have to calculate. And in the second part, is there transfer of mass from wool to polythene? The solution. Again, I'm using quantization of charge, which says Q is equal to NE, where we get the following values. I can directly write N is equal to Q into E and substitute your values, where Q is minus 3.2 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb and E is minus 1.6 10 to the power of minus 19. We have taken it as negative because we have charges that have been transferred in the form of electrons. So on simplifying, I get an answer where N is equal to 2 10 to the power of 12 number of charges have to be transferred to the body. That is from polythene to wool. We find that negligible amount of mass has been transferred in the form of electrons. So to find out the amount of mass that is transferred, I will consider the mass of electron as well as the charge of an electron and substitute it as ME, which is mass of the electron, and N, which represents total number of electrons. So we know that mass of an electron is given as 9.1 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs, and number of electrons that were transferred is 2 10 to the power of 12. Simplified, you'll get an answer which is 1.82 10 to the power of minus 18 kgs. So this is the amount of mass that is transferred